Okay, I'm Dr. Roos, making this video for mainly my microbiology online class for the summer of 22. But if you're in my hybrid class that meets on Tuesdays and Thursdays, you might be watching this. And a lot of things that apply to the online class applies to that class too. So I just want to make that clear. Now everybody that takes my microbiology course, whether it's online or the hybrid, you have to be signed up for a lab. All right, I think there's going to be a total of 5 labs. 3 meet on Wednesdays and Mondays and Wednesdays, and I think 2 just meet on Tuesdays and Thursdays. One of the labs meets in DeLand, the other labs meet here, just in case you're wondering. But I want to make it clear, if you're watching this video, right, that they don't start. Classes do start on June 30th for my hybrid class, but it won't be till the following week, right? 4th of July is a holiday. July 5th, there won't be a lab. Wednesday, on the July 6th, labs will start if you have labs on Monday and Wednesday, and labs start on July 7th if you have a lab on Tuesday and Thursdays. So I want to make that clear at the very beginning so that you don't come and you don't need to. The other thing I wanted to point out is I do have a YouTube channel. I've got it marked in the course information. But I just want you to know that that's my ski video. That it's available. So if you wanted to kind of browse through this, there's a couple ski videos, but there's also a playlist for microbiology. That includes the microbiology lab videos and stuff. So most of the videos that I've made are unlisted. So unless you have the link, you can't get to it. But there are 25 that are unlisted that are found if you just go to the website, and you can look at it if you'd like. I also teach other classes, so I've got videos and playlists for those labs videos if you want. But I just want you to be aware that I do have a YouTube channel, and if you're taking this online course, basically every week there'll be an announcement about what to view. Like for instance, let's go to, I've got the start here. They want us to always have this. The first announcement should be start here. My YouTube channel, the syllabus, which is what I'm going to go over today as well. But each week I will be making a announcement that will give you instructions. That might be an announcement about assignments. These are homework assignments, for instance. But they'll be included in the weekly announcements as well. So I want you to complete, I have to verify your attendance. So the only way I can do that online is to have an assignment like this, completing the survey. So there's a total of 6 assignments. This is the first one. The others 5 assignments will be watching videos and answering questions. But for this one, you just have to answer these 7 questions. You have 3 minutes. Don't look them up, kind of thing. But if you complete that, you get 15 points. So that's the assignment 1. But each week for the online course, for my hybrid course, I'll probably just have announcements about what I've done for each lecture. So I'm going to be meeting twice a week for them. And if you're online, you want to come, you could come to my class again. I don't care. It's on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 12 o'clock in building 410, room 123. So if you want to write that down, you're welcome to come. My office is also in building 410, right near the microbiology lab. It's in room 110. If that changes, I'll have to, I'll make an announcement or I'll post it. Usually I'll have it here under my office hours where I can be found in my office. So you can keep that in mind. So each week, there'll be an announcement like complete the pre-course survey. You know, like I said, there was already another announcement about that. But there'll be a list of things that I expect you to be, you know, the week 2, I won't put the dates, but it'll just say week 2, complete so-and-so. Watch video, watch this video, it'll cover a PowerPoint. Those videos and PowerPoints are in the content section, easy to find. So complete assignment 2, this is a homework assignment, so if you click on that, it'll take you to the assignment. There'll be a video that you watch, so there'll be a link to the video, watch the video, download the questions, download them to your computer. I don't use, you know, OneDrive or whatever. So when you save it to your computer first before you upload it. That way it'll be a separate file. It won't be saved to the cloud. And then, like, say section 2 quiz, take section 4 quiz. If you don't take them that week, that's okay. Just make sure you take all the quizzes before their due dates. There's 4 exams, and there'll be online quizzes that you need to take before each exam, right? And they'll all be due on the same Sunday. Sunday will be due dates. The first Sunday there won't be one. I think the first Sunday is July 17th that you'll take exam 1, and then the following Sunday you take exam 2, following Sunday 3, and then 4 I don't think it's on a Sunday because the semester ends on a Thursday. It'll be on the Wednesday. I want you to take it before the actual semester ends. And then there's a practical that you need to take. I'm pretty sure that'll be online. That's for the lab. It's not associated with the class, but I'll talk about that in the labs. So I just want to give you a quick rundown of what to expect each week. And I would expect, if you're online, that every week you look to make and complete each thing that's done each week, right? If I see you haven't been doing your work in the middle of the semester, I can actually withdraw you because you haven't been participating, right? You get a W1, it's called. It's right near it's like a couple days after the withdrawal date, they ask me if you've been attending class. So keep that in mind. You know, keep up and that won't happen. So if we go to the content section, right, the course information, syllabus, my YouTube channel link, course outline, things that you might need. Then the next one, these are all the links. I have videos for every section that I cover. I made all these videos last semester, and I got pretty good at it, so they're there. And then I've got also some short videos that are covering not all the sections, most of the sections, the last sections. I made these like a couple years ago, and they're not as good, but they're shorter if you want to watch a shorter version of it. And then I have what are called concept videos about the macromolecules, cell respiration, protein, DNA, immunity. They don't cover a PowerPoint, they're just videos focusing on certain topics, concepts. I made them for all my classes. Then you see all the PowerPoints listed in the PowerPoint folder. So all the material that you need for exams and quizzes are found on these PowerPoints. There is an online text. If we go here, this is the online text, so you can click on that if you need help with some of these. Most of my students don't require a textbook, and I don't think very few use this online textbook, but it's free, you know, you don't have to pay for it. That's why we like to use it. And then all the assignment videos are listed here. So there's going to be 6 assignments, 5 of them you're going to watch these videos. And while you're watching the video, I would recommend that you have this downloaded, and these will be questions that you have for assignment 2, questions for assignment 3, you answer these questions, and then upload them into the assignment folder, and then I grade them. Okay, so the information is found in the video, so be sure you watch the video. Pretty straightforward. So in the assignments, when you click on the assignment to do, then it'll have directions on what to do. It'll have the link to the questions. It'll have a link, you know, so you watch the video. So it's all there as well. I try to make this as simple as I can by linking everything in the announcement, so you don't have to go looking for it. I just want you to be aware. There's also an assignment for the flyer that's going to be due August 1st, and then there's a video for that as well, and there's instructions for it in the folder. Upload, you know, you're supposed to upload 2 Word files, one containing your flyer, which should only be 1 page, one with the references that you use. Please don't save it to OneDrive, but if you click on here, watch the flyer video, it gives you directions about what to do for it. And then these microflyer or the instructions for it as well. So that's that. There's no discussions, class list. This is the easiest way probably to email me. These are all the people. There's 43 people now signed up. But if you just click on my name here, that will open up a window to email me with my email address. If you're not aware of that, that's probably the easiest way. I would recommend using Falcon Mail for all our correspondence, so it's all recorded. Don't use your personal email address. This is a list of all the quizzes. Right, there's a practice quiz. If you're not familiar with taking quizzes in this format, take that as many times as you like, just to get a feel for it. You know, get a feel for watching the time. You know, there's a clock there. You know, I think it's a little bit shorter than the other ones, so you can see it kind of run out if you wanted to see what happens. You basically save every answer. When you click, when you select an answer, it's saved. You used to have to save that. They fixed that. But you can't save any more questions after you go over the time. That's how we fix you not going over longer. But all like exam 1 will become available on July 4th, which is kind of early, but I don't mind you guys kind of jumping ahead. But you have until July 17th, right? That's a Sunday to complete that. July 17th for the quizzes that are needed to be completed before exam 1. If there are an assignment that needs to be completed, then you need to complete the assignment by that day too. There's either 1 or 2 assignments that you're supposed to, except for the first assignment. The first assignment you need to complete by July 5th. The others will be on Sunday. I'm using the first assignment as an attendance verification. If you don't complete it, then technically you haven't attended the first week. You could be withdrawn from the course. So exam 2 is July 24th. Then these quizzes are due, like there's 4 quizzes that are due on July 31st rather, and exam 3 is as well. And I think before this exam you need to complete 2 assignments. I think it's assignment 4 and 5. All right, so all the quizzes are there. And then in the grade book, you know, all the assignments are listed. You get 15 points for them. These are all the online quizzes. Then there's exam 1, 2, 3, 4, flyer assignment. You get 50 points for. Then I have a spot for your how many lab points you've earned. So at the end of when you're done with practical, the lab practical, I will put how many of the 340 lab points you've earned. And then I'll actually add up your lab points and your class points to determine your total points, and I'll put that there too to kind of give you an idea of where you stand. That'll be like sometime in August. All right, so let me go over the syllabus now. And see if I can get this to look a little better. So I've got, this is the syllabus for online. There is one for the hybrid course. There's not much difference between the two. My office in the Daytona campus is 410, room 110. In DeLand, I'm in building 6, room 205. It's right next to the micro lab. So this is my phone number in Daytona, so which I'll be there Tuesday and Thursday from 10 to 12 or 11 to 12. Or I'll be in DeLand at this number Monday and Wednesday. I should have put Wednesday. No, it's just Monday, 1 to 2 before the micro lab. Now I'll probably be there on Wednesday before 2 to do the micro lab too. Probably around 1:30 I'll probably be there on Wednesday. If you need to contact me, right? There's no text for the class, and there are, you know, it's required, or for the lab as well. All right. So that's that information. So the class will start on June 30th, but the labs won't start until the following week. Like I said, July 6th for Wednesday lab and July 7th for Thursday lab. There won't be a lab that Tuesday on July 5th. And I have to figure out when the withdrawal date is. I don't know what that is, don't worry. And then I've got all this information, right? You have to be signed up for a hybrid lab for this course. I don't think we'll be meeting every week or every, you know, we'll probably toward the end won't be going every lab. Right, keep that in mind. It's a 4-hour class, right? So there's no, now attendance for online means that you're keeping up with the coursework, right? If there's only 6 weeks. Now, if you don't log on and don't go into the course website for a couple of weeks, like around the withdrawal date, right, around July, probably the end of July, then the school's going to ask me, are you attending class? And for you, it means, are you doing assignments, completing quizzes, and doing exams? And if you haven't, then I tell them no, then you get W1'd, withdrawn. Okay, so keep that in mind. That's what attendance is for you. If you're taking this as a hybrid course, yeah, I'm not going to be taking attendance after the first week, so if you just stay home and watch the videos for each of the sections, you'd probably be fine. But you do need to attend lab. If you have any problems with any online issues, whatever they might be, taking a quiz, taking an exam, downloading files, uploading files, contact the help desk. That's the number. They're not always there on the weekends, I think, so you might have to call them during the week. They have their own hours, so keep that in mind. But I can't really troubleshoot computer issues that you might have, right? That's what they do. So use them. So the quizzes, you have 12 minutes to take a quiz. There were 10 points, 1 point for each multiple choice or true or false question. Some of these quiz questions might get selected when you take your exam. They're random, all the questions are randomly selected. You don't get redos on the exams. You can take the online quizzes twice if you like. The highest score will count. So the exams, there's 4 online exams, 1 through 4. I went through the schedule. Well, there's a schedule at the end of this syllabus too. I'll kind of talk about that. Be sure you complete them on time. You have 50 minutes to take them. It's not that hard to do. There's 50 questions. If you're familiar with the material, you should do fine. I'm not going to tell you you can't use your PowerPoints to take the exam. It's just there's no way I can enforce that. But, you know, there's nothing sadder than a student telling me that they are not using their notes for an online exam. And knowing that most students are, you know, it's up to you, you don't have to. Missed exams, this is the policy on that. If missing one exam is not a big issue in my book, but if you miss 2, problem. If you miss 3, forget it. You're not passing the class. If you miss the practical, you're not passing the class. If you don't participate in the lab, okay? If you don't come to any labs, you're not going to pass the course. All right, so you can miss a few labs, but you better come to most of them. All right, and then extra credit, you might have, I don't think there'll be too many opportunities for extra credit because it's not probably necessary. Right, the homework assignments or assignments, there's 6 of them. The first one, I told you, is for attendance verification purposes only. It's an easy 15 points. But the other ones, be sure you complete them. They'll be in the announcements. The flyer assignment is basically a written assignment that we like to use to evaluate. You get 50 points. It's real easy to complete. Just follow the instructions. If you don't follow the instructions, don't expect to get all the points, right? If it's 5 pages long, I'm going to deduct points. It's supposed to be 1 page. It has to be 220 words. So if it's 210 words, I'll deduct points. It's that simple. It's supposed to have 2 figures. If you don't have 2 figures that are scientific, I'm going to deduct points. Right? It's all in the instructions for the flyer assignment. And it's basically, let me spend a little bit of time. If you go to the content section and click on flyer assignment, there's the micro flyer. Those are the instructions there, right? Watch this video which goes over the instructions. These are the topics that you could pick or select. So you'd pick one of these. It might be on Ebola, right? Talk about the Ebola virus, how it's transmitted, what kind of symptoms you have if you get it, what are the treatments, antivirus, chickenpox. There's a few things that aren't caused by a microorganism, or so like there are a couple, let's see, that are, instead of like Burkitt's lymphoma, that's a disease. It's not caused by, say, an infectious agent, a bacteria or a virus, right? So those have a little bit severe combined immunodeficiency disease, graft versus host disease, right? Those are they're usually immunological disorders. So then you would talk about the causes of them, if there are any, if they're known or if they're not known, what are the treatments, what are the symptoms, why do they think it causes the problem. So you can earn 120 points for the quizzes, 400 points for the 4 exams, 90 points for the 6 assignments, 50 points for the flyer, for 660 points that you can earn for the class. Now in the lab you can earn up to 340 points, right? 100 points for, say, the practical. I think it's 80 points for what are called PMP assignments, which are principle and purpose, which are like homework assignments. And we'll discuss how to do them in lab. There's actually a video on how to do them as well. But you get, if you don't participate in lab, don't earn these 340 points, you're not going to pass the class, right? Because it's a combination of the two. You're the person that you take. You might not have me for lab. The lab instructor does not assign a grade. It doesn't report a grade for you, right? I do, because you're taking my class, either the hybrid class or the online class, and I determine your grade for both the course and the lab. It's going to be the same grade, right? They're together. It's not always like that. Some places, I had a different lab grade in microbiology maybe than the class. You could fail the lab and maybe not fail the class. But if you get an F in the class, you're going to get an F in the lab. For most of the courses, like the science courses at Daytona State, there's a couple exceptions to that. That's the grading scale. So it's a total of 1,000. You have 900 points, it's an A. Hopefully everybody gets A's. How to succeed, don't cheat. Behavior. This won't apply to online. but if we were in class, right, I'd expect you to behave. It will apply to the hybrid class. Of course, withdrawal, if you're thinking about withdrawal, you ought to see me first. This is useful, this outline, if you're trying to get this course transferred to a university. If they see this outline about what we covered in the class, they'll accept it. I don't think there's any problem, especially in the state of Florida. This class goes over the same material that you would get at University of Central Florida or at most universities in the country, so it would transfer. So instead of putting dates, I just put weeks, right? There's week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5, and then there'll be an announcement for each week on, right, watch the video for week 2. It'll be watch the video covering the PowerPoint for microbial growth, or section 6. Then at some point I'll say, you know, during week 2, you might get, I might say, well, take 2 of these quizzes. If you wait until the following week, as long as they weren't due until then, it's fine. There's no quiz for section 8, right? Quizzes 5 through 7. I guess that's wrong. It's actually quizzes 6 through 7, not 5. 5 is, I gotta change that. Exam 2, I gotta change this too. This is 4 and 5. It's actually 6 through 7, not 5. Right? These sections will be on exam 1, and then 6, 7, and 8 will be on exam 2. There'll only be quizzes for 6 and 7. And like I say, I used to do section 1 and 3, and I probably will during the fall and spring. So don't worry about those 2 sections. I just put them, there's no online quiz for section 8. And then there'll be an announcement each week on what to complete. If there's an assignment, quizzes, all the quizzes will be listed there, and all 4 exams, right? I'll even mention the flyer. I'll probably make an announcement about you should complete the practical by a certain date, so you don't forget to do that for the lab. But I wanted to make this video I make this usually for my online classes each semester, because the syllabus changes a little bit. So just to keep up with that. And so I hope you guys do well. And like I say, here's all this information. I'll probably be emailing you the link to this video a week before class starts. Anyway, so good luck, and feel free to come by and see me. If you live in DeLand, I'll be there on Monday, Wednesdays doing the lab from 2 to 4 or 5, something like, well, probably more like 2 to 4. And then before the lab, I'll be in my office, which is right next to the micro lab, right? And in DeLand, I'm in building 6. It's actually 6A, 205. 206 is the micro lab. That's where the lab will be if you have lab there. And then I'll be on Tuesdays and Thursdays, I'll be in Daytona, building 410, room 110. That'll be my office. And I'll be in the lab between 2 and 4 for most of the time, and then I'll have class I'm in building 410 for class on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 12 to 2, and you're always welcome to come to that, even if you have me for online. I don't care if you came.